Well, it doesn't matter where you drive in Colorado, the streets near your home or the highways in the high country, it seems hard to avoid potholes.
Hitting a pothole can certainly be costly. Denver 7's Katie LaSalle recently talked with AAA to find out what you can do to protect yourself.
This is a uniquely Colorado challenge we're about to talk about, and it happens every year, potholes. How much of a problem are they, generally speaking?
You know, this gets really surprising. We know they're a nuisance, but they're actually much more than just a nuisance. We did the math on this. Each year across the country, we respond to, at the AAA level, more than 4 million calls for flat tire assistance. Most of those are the result of damage caused by potholes. When you break it down to the individual American level, we know that American drivers report spending about $300 to repair pothole-related vehicle damage. Depending on the extent of the damage and how new your car is, the make of the vehicle, the make of the tires, repairs could exceed $1,000. So we crunched those numbers too, and we estimate that pothole damage costs the U.S. driving public around $3 billion annually. That's reflected in rising insurance premiums.
Jeez, and I know weather does have a lot to do with it. What exactly is it that causes such a big problem for us here with potholes in Colorado?
Yeah, you're the weather expert, and it really factors in here, and it's why it's unique to Colorado that we have such a big problem. It's physics. So during the winter, our temperatures change a lot, no secret there. So on some days it might be rainy or snowy, you get a light wintry mix. That makes its way to the pavement where it's going to freeze and then contract or expand depending on what the temperature does. As that temperature falls, that moisture will freeze as it rises, and then it expands, and that basically causes a crack. That's made worse as cars drive over it. So essentially it's just that water getting in there and then really expanding to fill the space. There's also an issue here, which is that Colorado ranks in the top 5 states over the past decade for an increase in the number of miles we all drive. At the same time, we rank 8th in the condition of our roads. So we're more likely to get potholes because of our weather patterns, and we are less likely to fix them just because of how we treat infrastructure in the state.
And final question, what can we do as drivers to protect our cars?
Yeah, so it all starts with your tires. It's the most important component of your vehicle when it comes to actually connecting with the road. Make sure your tires are properly inflated. Make sure they have enough tread. That makes them less likely to suffer damage or allow your vehicle to be damaged. Inspect your suspension, your struts, shock absorbers, other suspension parts. Make sure those are in good condition. Finally, there's some driving behavior here too. Always look ahead, always slow down, beware of puddles. You shouldn't swerve to avoid a pothole, but you should always reduce your speed when you see one, and you should be on the lookout. The slower you go, the less likely you are to damage your car. And a lot of times a puddle conceals a pothole. So if it's been raining or you see a lot of puddles on the roads, know that they might be hiding potholes. The bigger the hole, the bigger the hit. If you hit a big pothole, the chances are you've done some damage to your car. So you want to have that checked out pretty quickly if you've known you hit a big pothole, just because the longer you drive on that damage, the worse it's going to be. We can obviously help you find a good mechanic, but because these repairs can be so expensive, it helps to have good insurance. So my same tip as always, find a local agent, work with a local agent. They're going to help you get the best deal. We can help you at AAA.com/insurance.
Skylar, great tips as always. Thank you so much. Watch out for those potholes.
Sure will.
All right, thanks, guys.